I'm in 4th grade. We get a new exchange student. Not even an exchange student. We get a new student. This nigga moved there from Jamaica. His name's Jamel. I'm thinking we about to be cool because my father's from Jamaica, so... You know, he's sitting there, ain't nobody talking to him. He the new nigga and shit. You from a foreign country. And when you come from a foreign country, they got to leave you back. So this nigga was big as hell. So I go sit next to the nigga, and I'm like, yo, what's up, man? What's your name? Jamel, right? I didn't even get a nigga a chance to answer.
That's where you fucked up,
I'm
nigga.
like, Jamel, right? And I'm like, yo, my father's from Jamaica. That nigga looked at me and went, what's that Jamaican shit when they say... I was like, yo... What the fuck did I do to this nigga? All I said was my father's from Jamaica. That nigga was like, your father come from Jamaica. You don't come from Jamaica. I was like, damn, this nigga mad rude. But I want to be his friend. So I'm trying to be friends with this nigga. Until one day I see some shit that made me change my mind. We had this pussy ass kid in the class. It was 4th grade. We all was pussy. Yeah. But this nigga was extra pussy. His name was Juan. We in the lunchroom one day.
What's his last name? Shout him out.
I don't even know that nigga last name. Cool. I think it was Cabeza or some shit like that.
Okay.
So we in the lunchroom one day. I'm not sitting by Jamel and at this point I tried to just avoid this nigga. All I hear is kiss me boot. I'm like, what? Nigga said kiss me boot. I look at this nigga. This nigga's in one face like, if you don't kiss me boot, nigga, I ain't fuck you up. I'm like, what is he saying? Is he saying kiss his boot? I see Juan get on his hands and knees. This nigga shaking. This nigga kissed this nigga boot. I was like, oh, hell no. I don't want to be friends with this nigga. That could have been me. How the fuck would I have hands with that shit? Because that's some shit that's going to stay with me into my adult life.
Kissing a nigga's boot is crazy.
At that point, I was like, nah, this can't be me. I learned from my older cousin, when you see niggas playing around with that bully shit, you got to cut them niggas, right? So I got the little eyebrow shaper, and I bought that shit to school with me. I was gonna cut Jamel. So I'm trying to get cool with the nigga. Well, I'm not trying to get cool with the nigga, but I'm just trying to avoid the nigga. Yeah, I'm trying to protect myself and avoid the nigga. But you're not gonna make me kiss your boot. Because the fucking thing is, anytime I'm doing anything in the lunchroom, when I'm pouring all the milks in one tray or some shit like that, there's always some random adult around. You remember how schools used to just have adults?
Yes.
Them niggas wasn't teachers. They wasn't school safety. Them niggas was just adults. There was no fucking adults around to save Juan. Juan had to kiss the bottom of... This nigga had on lugs. You don't send your fucking child to school to be kissing on nobody lugs, no Jamaican lugs.
Yo, what color was the lugs?
It was black. It was some regular. It's not like he had the Funk Master Flex driving shoe.
Oh.
If he had those, it's like, hey, those are kissable. Nah, nigga had to kiss his lugs. I'm like, oh, shit. So, at that point, I'm like, I'm going to have to cut this nigga. So, I switched. Like, I had the eyebrow shape, but they was telling me it wasn't sharp. So I'm like, all right, cool. I switched to a box cutter. Had the box cutter in my sock.
And you were in 4th grade.
I'm in 4th grade. Yeah. I'm in 4th fucking grade. I was like 8 years old. But my cousin, he had a lot of jail experience. This nigga was like, yo, when niggas get on that bully shit, you gotta have your shit on you to cut them niggas. I'm like 8 years old. I'm like, yeah, well, shit, it's the sharpest thing I could bring out of my house without my mom needing it when she make a sandwich. So I'm gonna bring this. I got the box cutter. I used to keep that shit in my sock because my cousin told me if the cops check you, you don't want to have that shit in your pockets.
Right.
So I'm running around. I'm playing basketball. I'm horrible at basketball. We always horrible at basketball.
Okay.
The box cutter falls out my sock. There's a fucking adult around, just a random adult. So I'm trying to run and get the box cutter. She stepped on that shit. And I'm going to tell you how random this bitch was. I don't even know if she got a paycheck. She was some nigga named Keith's mother. But she was dead. She was dead all the time. So she get the box cutter, and I'm trying to reason with her. I'm 8 years old. 8-year-olds don't have no fucking reason. And I'm like, come on, don't take me to the principal's office. Just let me get it back, and I won't bring it tomorrow. She's like, nigga, let's go to the principal's office. So my mother got to come up to the school. My mother wasn't working at the time. She was I ain't gonna say that. Oh. Nah. So look, my mother come up to the school. And I tell her, she's like, well, why you got a box cutter? You somebody bothering you? No, but I didn't want nobody to start bothering me. So-and-so, I'm not going to say my cousin's name. so-and-so said that when niggas start bullying people, I gotta cut them. So I brought this to school to cut him just in case he started bullying me. So my mother goes back in there, tell the principal the whole shit. They call Jamel to the office. They tell Jamel, you know, you scared this boy so much, he brought a razor blade to school to cut you. I'm like, God damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but me and Jamel ended up being cool. We ended up, like, his mother came up to the school. She met my mother. He didn't have no PlayStation because he was from a third world country. So he used to come to my crib and play PlayStation. He was pretty cool. It got to the point where he started letting me direct the ass whoopings. Like, he'd be like, yo, Courtney, you want me to slap him? I'm like, yo, slap that nigga, bro. We need some entertainment. Fuck it. But then, like, we parted ways after 5th grade. I went to 6th grade. He went to 6th grade somewhere else. Then that nigga died. That nigga ended up dying. Yo, you can't be doing all that tough shit. You cannot be doing all that tough shit. They killed the shit out of Jamel. That nigga ain't lived long enough to see Shata dancing or nothing. He would have loved the future.